Hello students, I'm Dr. Himanshu Kanpal, Assistant Professor English, Government MS College for Women, Bikaner. Today we are going to discuss the essay The Spectator Club by Richard Steele, which is included in BA First Year Syllabus of English Literature, GS University, Bikaner. First we are going to have a look at the introduction to the author. Richard Steele, English essayist, playwright, and statesman who founded and contributed frequently to the influential 18th century journal The Spectator. He was famous for contributing to the journal Spectator. Steele was born in Dublin and entered army in 1694, and during his term of military service he wrote three comic dramas for which he became famous: The Funeral, The Lying Lover, and The Tender Husband. In 1707, Steele was appointed to edit the London Gazette, an official government publication. One of the most active and prominent men of letters in the reign of Queen Anne, inseparably associated in the history of literature with his personal friend Joseph Addison. Addison and Richard Steele lived rich lives on their own, but here we talk about them together as a way of introducing the collaborative journalism for which they are now best remembered. Both Addison and Steele are remembered for introducing the collaborative journal in the form of the periodical essays. The essay series named the Tatler and the Spectator. The periodical essay was the peculiar product of 18th century social life and its conditions. It is called periodical because it was not published in book form like other types of essays. It differs from other type of essays in as much as it aims for deliberately social, is that the improvement of the manners and morals of the people. Therefore what they have published, it is called as the social essays. Both as a man and a writer, Steele is one of the most attractive figures of his time. Much of his writing is easy, rapid, slipshod, but deeply sincere, reflecting his personality. There appears in his natural temper, wrote his contemporary, the philosopher George Berkeley, something very generous and a great benevolence to mankind. So, Steele writings are marked with open frankness, which makes them extremely attractive. Throughout his work, he is autobiographical, but his self revelation is unconscious. He does not he does also tell the fact of his life, but more often he reveals the feelings of his heart in his writings. In the case of no other English writer does the written word more faithfully as depicted by Steele. Now we are going to have a look at the summary of the essay, The Spectator Club. The Spectator, which is made up of several fictional characters, each representing a distinct segment of society, each representing a different strata of society, through the eyes of Mr. Spectator, who is a shy observer of the others and of the London society. The authors comment on social and cultural issues. To give the essay's structure, Steele created memorable character Sir Roger de Coverley. The Spectator Club presented the character of Sir Roger de Coverley. He is a 56-year-old bachelor and country gentleman as its central spokesman. Other members of this fictional group included a merchant. His name is Sir Andrew Freeport. Then there is one lawyer, a soldier, a clergyman, and a socialite, Will Honeycomb, who contributed gossip and interesting examples of behavior to Mr. Spectator. Through De Coverley and Freeport, Addison and Steele are able to contrast the political views of the Tory and Whig parties, and through Honeycomb to satirize the ill effects of an overly social life on personal morality and good judgment. As I've already told you, the most memorable member of the club is Sir Roger de Coverley. He is a confused member of landed gentry whose political, philosophical, and religious ideas are about 100 years behind the times. He represents Addison and Steele's version of typical Tory of the mid 18th century because he is too conservative in thoughts, old fashioned, clinging to outmoded moral beliefs, unsympathetic to the plight of the common man, blissfully unaware of economic and social changes in society. The remainder of the club members include Mr. Spectator, who gave opinions on many issues. So we can say that in the essay The Spectator Club, many issues, that is the political, social, maybe economic, religious conditions of the time, are discussed in the essay through the different fictional characters presented by Richard Steele. There's the Templar. He discusses all the things related to education, legal matters, and literature. Then there is Will Honeycomb, social life, including fashions of the day. The clergyman who talked on religion and moral issues of the day. Sir Andrew Freeport, who presented his thoughts on business and economic matters. He was the opposite of Sir Roger. And then there is Captain Sentry, who talked about the military matters. In short, we can say some member of the club could and would discuss virtually every meaningful aspect of 18th century British society, because when we have a look at the Spectator Club, we can see that there are many members who belong to different strata of society, who belong to different setup of society, and they are giving their views on different aspects of life, whether it is social, whether it is religious, whether it is economic, whether it is political. What is interesting is that the Spectator Club, as Steele depicts, is made up of fictional characters. That makes this straight up fiction, which means that even though the Spectator was a journalistic publication, a lot of the writing published in it was fictional. Thank you. I hope you like the video. In next video, we are going to discuss the essay Spectator Club in detail. Thank you.